Welcome to the Texas Goat Radio Show. I'm your host, Matorius. This is part 2 of the live stream from today, 1730, that's going on right now.
The Abbey, St. Procopius, the Benedictines, the people that they used to associate with, like my godfather's a monk. I think a lot of them have good intentions, but they don't get to have political power in Catholicism unless they are a gay pedophile. Catholic priests have to be sterile old men. They're not even allowed to have a family, and they wear dresses and robes, and they have pretty much unlimited.
The generalization that he's making, the blanket statement that he's making about Catholicism, I just want to publicly state it's gross. There is problems, absolutely. There are people that take advantage of systems, absolutely. But to make a blanket statement like that is disgusting, in my opinion.
Access to children. It's fucking dark, man. Because now I'm getting people on Twitter, and I know a lot of them are just bots. I don't take it very seriously. But they're like, now, so you're pro-pedophile, so you like human trafficking, now we have you, we'll put you on a list. Because Jim Caviezel admitted that he watches child snuff porno to get prepared for.
Could I watch that clip? Could you assume that that's what he's talking about? Absolutely, you could. That's a very strange. I really don't know what to say about that.
A role. I think Jim Caviezel should be in jail. I don't think that they are stopping anything. In fact, I don't think they actually care. It's now a number one at the box office. They're dying to be Hollywood. They want to be Hollywood. Fucking what? Oh yeah, God. Wait till you see.
What was why was it? That was such a weird way of saying what he said.
These videos. All right, so watch this real quick. So these are the people who call me crazy. So look at.
This isn't the clip that he played last time. Just so you know, that is not the clip. He played a clip from the comedy podcast. It's Andrew Schultz's. I can't remember the name of it.
Everyone associating with Ari. Oh, and that's another little interesting thing about this Sound of Bullshit movie. It's all like.
It's called Sound of Freedom. It's got Jim Caviezel in it. I would say go check it out. It's worth a watch.
Colombians and white people. Have you noticed that there's a demographic that isn't addressed at all in the movie? Kind of interesting, isn't it? The Vatican and some of our best buddies here, right?
He broke Owen there. Yeah.
Really?
He broke Owen. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. Owen.
So this is Ari Shafir saying, yeah, he broke Owen. Owen's broken. About a pot brownie. Okay? And I'm just setting this up.
That's Joe Rogan saying that he broke Owen Benjamin. That's not the clip that Owen was talking about. I think that's kind of funny that Coddington sent that. I don't know if they had that planned or what.
Because I want to show you that these are the people that judge my mental health. All right? Look at the little.
Oh, so this is pre-planned. Okay. I thought Coddington might have been trolling Owen for a minute, but no, this is pre-planned.
So.
Legitimately was never the same person.
Yeah, from that moment.
Yeah, legitimately.
Ari's like, from that moment. Bear in mind, this is after Ari has already admitted to going on a sex tourism vacation in which he engaged in human sex trafficking in Thailand. I make fun of blacks, gays, Jews, and I live on a farm.
And also take advantage of kind-hearted people. And what's that called? Oh, yeah, scams. Scams a whole lot of people. The Bertaria scam was an investment that he presented during a worldwide catastrophe, crisis, and then said everything that he possibly could to get as much money as he possibly could. Going so far as to actually saying, I promise you I will not keep the money if we don't meet the mark, which was $2 million. That's what he needed. And he said, I will not keep your money if we don't hit that. And then even said at one point, if you give a whole lot of money, I'll be able to give it back to you at a later point if you need it. Very disgusting, very manipulative. Very predatorial.
Okay, so what I've done is considered blasphemous to these satanic human beings, and what Ari did is seen as really, really funny.
He's drawn a line in the sand saying, hey guys, we're the victims. We are the holy ones. It is us against them, and they're satanic.
And so I don't mind breaking people a little bit, like taking their cognitive dissonance and just breaking their minds. Because you don't get to run around acting like you're stopping human sex trafficking and raising awareness when you don't admit what I'm about to show you is insane. Ari Shafir, who's a close...
He's setting this up, he's literally telling you what you're going to see. Even if it's not even if he's not being honest about it. He's telling you what you should feel. He's telling you what you should think. And that's him being his wizard, spellcraft, manipulative, predatorial cult leader verbiage.
Friend of Joe Rogan, and everybody knows about this. They engage in human sex trafficking. Okay?
What'd you do with that?
Notice this is far different than the last time that he presented this. He literally said that Ari admitted to PDF computer file behavior. And so right now he's just saying sex trafficking. Now this is the aspect that I have zero appreciation for. There is a difference between adults doing things that, I would say that it's sinful behavior for sure, but it's far different than bringing children into that.
At 250, what'd you do the rest of the day?
Thailand for a little bit, Cambodia, Vietnam.
Fucking hookers?
Yes.
Yeah, so yeah, no, none of my business. I don't really care. Now if he was a buddy, I'd be like, dude, you probably shouldn't be doing that, But as far as what we should be paying attention to, absolutely not. Don't care. Honestly, I don't care at all. Now, if you're telling me that the women are held against their will and all that kind of stuff, yeah, absolutely. But no. That's not the point of all of this, and he knows it. And so him making this argument is, one, dangerous, disingenuous, and just flat out, as far as I'm concerned, disgusting.
Okay, so when they say hookers, they're not talking about empowered feminists working through Colombia. They're talking about human sex trafficked slaves.
You don't know that. He literally don't know that. He literally don't know that. He literally doesn't know that. But the point of all of this, the Jimmy Caviezel, I don't know how to pronounce his last name. The Jimmy movie, Caviezel, I believe, is about children, not about adults. And that was, like I said earlier, that was one of the most frustrating things that I saw tracking child trafficking, was that it was almost intentional, to where they would say something and word it to where you're like, oh yeah, they're getting the people that are after the children. And then you actually read the article and it's not anywhere close to that at all.
Okay, so let that cognitive dissonance just break your stupid minds, all right? You don't get to
break. That's how he's talking to his listeners. That's crazy.
About empowered feminists working through Colombia. They're talking about human sex trafficked slaves. Okay, so let that cognitive dissonance just break your stupid minds, all right? You don't get to be the hero. JP and Jordan Peterson and Ben Shapiro and all these, you don't get to be the hero. You guys are making a mockery out of an actual problem in the world.
Yeah, that's exactly what he's doing. He's literally doing what he claims the other people are doing. And just to remind anybody that didn't see it, yesterday's live stream, he played the Beartaria thing with the Permy Bear guy and said, this is how you actually stop child trafficking, by donating to Beartaria.
So look at everybody on this couch. Look at the joy and the glee that these people are displaying. When it said, "Did you fuck any hookers?" and Ari just said yes. But what they just said is, "Did you engage in overseas human sex trafficking?" And Ari,
That's not what was said. That's not what was said at all. It's just not. Is there awful things that go down over there? Absolutely. There were certain things that I came across doing the research that I did that was just absolutely horrendous. But that's not what Ari said at all. What Ari said was, hey, or no, that guy said, hey, you any prostitutes? And Ari said, yes. That is the equivalent of saying, hey, did you pay for sex over there? And he said, yes.
said,
Having to make up an argument is one of the red flags, one of the biggest red flags of you don't have an argument.
yes, and they went, yes, great. Okay? And now they all want to talk about the sound of freedom. Okay, you want to make some arrests? Ari Shaffir, right there, just admitted to engaging in human sex trafficking. Okay?
Is that even a question? Have you heard it?
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. This is Owen just being... Whenever he acts like this, I don't know what the motive is. I don't know if he's actually put up to it by someone or if he's just so disingenuous and pathetic that he thinks that he's grasping at straws. And this is dangerous behavior for multiple reasons. One, you're distracting people away from the actual problem. Grown-ups doing whatever they want. Do whatever you want, man. Whatever. It doesn't affect me or mine. That's why you That's why you pick your wife carefully or your husband carefully, and you protect your children. Grown-ups doing whatever they want to with grown-ups, it could not exist as far as I'm concerned. It's whenever you start being a predator, like Owen, and start attacking and harming people that are innocent, such as children.
You just made us end the past 20 years.
The weather.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, how stupid do you...
Thailand, dude. It's not-
Talk to me about the Thai hookers, okay.
The only question is the one big question.
You don't ask. And then you don't ask, don't tell.
Just if you go anal either way, then nothing matters.
Yeah, what's the diff?
Yeah, why are you paying for box, dude?
So that's Andrew Schultz.
Okay, yeah, that's absolutely disgusting, depraved behavior, obviously. But the argument that Owen's trying to make right now is stupid.
Who said, why are you paying for box? Hang on, this is my wife real quick. Hey, love, I'm streaming. Is everything good? Oh, really? Today? Oh, sweet. Yeah, I'm doing my stream so I can watch the kids. All right, cool. Crush, love. Okay, so just to understand what you're watching. So they're saying that they sodomize human sex traffic victims overseas, and they're loving it. Hey, Tim Ballard, I think I found a couple. Are you going to kick in their door? Are you going to watch their dirty movies?
Okay, so this is one of the reasons why it's important to remember who Owen Benjamin is, what he has said in his past, and the crutch that he falls back on is because he says, well, I'm a comedian. And so he'll do a bit like the hold my pocket bit or the berating an elderly person, not laugh. There's nobody else there. It's not funny. But then he'll say, no, it's just a joke. It's dark humor. The podcasts that he's showing right now are literally comedy podcasts, and people say stuff for laughs. And so whether or not it's true or not, this has gotten a few people in trouble because they do say something and people laugh, and then they're like, well, it was for the laugh. Whether it was or not, I don't know. I will say that what he showed was gross and vulgar, and no appreciation for that. But it's important to remember that he falls back on it's just comedy, but then doesn't allow anybody else the same grace and mercy that he expects.
Are you going to cry? Are you going to kiss Tony Robinson's hand? You guys are a bunch of fucking lying cowards, okay?
Box like a frog.
Andrew.
This is the Texas Goat Radio Show, and I'm your host, Notorious. As always, till next time. Oh, no.
Schultz literally just said, let me
it going.
translate for you guys. He said, why would you pay for vagina? You pay for sodomy, to sodomize victims of human sex trafficking. And why does Ari go to Thailand? It's because you can get him at 9, 10 years old. All right? All right, Tim Bauer?
So he's literally accusing Ari of PDF computer file stuff with no evidence. Now, I'll tell you that is true over there. There are multiple cases of Europeans and Americans and Australians, and, well, anybody throughout, I'm not going to list any country going over to Thailand and getting caught doing stuff like that. But to say that if you go to Thailand, that's what you're doing, no. Because that would be the same as saying, hey, just because you watch Owen Benjamin, that means you are. Or that means you're a predator. Or just a really gross, disgusting human being just because that's who you're watching, so then you're guilty by association. No, it doesn't work that way.
Hey, Tim Ballard, I think I found one. His name's Ari Shafir. And Joe Rogan, it's Joe Rogan's best friend. Oh, yeah, we can do a sting operation. They brag about it on TV. Okay? And these are the people that want to judge me.
Dude, it's so weird seeing the shriveled up little bonies.
Wait, what?
During the Ladyboy shows.
Oh.
Okay, so now understand what this means. They take boys from villages and they put them on hormones so that their penises and testicles don't mature. And that's why they become these beautiful trans boys. And then Ari Shafir pays money to
I don't know why he had to describe him like that. That was strange.
go over there and fuck them in their ass and watch them exploit themselves on.
See, there's no reason to go into detail explaining the depravity of somebody else. Whether or not Ari was joking or not, I won't waste my time speculating because there's no way to tell. Now, it's important to note that Owen doesn't joke. He does attempt to make jokes sometimes, but for the most part, he does not.
Stages. And all these people are going, ha 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 ha. Okay? These people are slaves. They're sex slaves. They're sex slaves in foreign countries.
In a lot of cases, that's true. Universal truth does not mean that you just eat everything that he's feeding you, though.
Okay? This is Ari Shafir. Famous Andrew Schultz, famous Joe Rogan. They sit around.
He's so jealous. This is all inspired and driven by jealousy. Pure, unadulterated jealousy. There's no doubt in me at all that if tomorrow Hollywood called, he would go back in a heartbeat. No doubt at all.
And cackle as they talk about how they engage in human sex trafficking. Would you like to hear a little rumor? When they were shooting, I believe it was Hangover 3, they all were engaging in giddy, seething, euphoric human sex trafficking, and they got Brody Stevens to do something he didn't want to do, something very, very dark. This is the word around the campfire. And then Brody Stevens hung himself. Ha 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 ha! Owen Benjamin, he lost his mind by that pot brownie. 6 million.
It wasn't even a pot brownie. It was a thing called Star of Death, and it has like 200 milligrams of THC or something insane. I don't know. But yeah, I wouldn't recommend doing it. Anyway, this looks like a decent spot. I'll give it another minute.
Use allegedly. Yeah, I hope someone pops him. No. I'm not recommending violence at all. I'm just saying you don't get to be the hero. You don't get to be the hero, all right?
See, this is why he's dangerous, and this is a perfect example. I'm so glad that I push play. This is why he is a dangerous cult leader, is because he literally is lying, making assumptions, no truth to what he's saying whatsoever, except for little key moments of, yeah, did the dude participate in prostitution? Sure. Is it legal? Probably. Did he do anything other than that? We don't know. But yeah, I'm going to call him a PDF file. And then this is to my actual cult. And you heard what they said. he had to say, no, I'm not recommending violence. But that's on camera because he has already recommended violence. He said, whenever I give the nod, blank everybody. The dangerous cult leader, Owen Benjamin. This is the Texas Go Radio Show, and I'm your host, Pretorius. I do apologize if I'm more animated and passionately speaking than usual or all over the place. This is, yeah,